Should be recording this because you're being funny and awkward already.
Great. Hey, what are we doing? Are we singing Radioactive?
Nope. I'll be right back though.
We could be.
You talk to the people.
I'll just sit here quietly. I put pants on for this and everything and I didn't need to.
Hi guys! So, I have someone here with me. Who's this? Who's this?
I'm Tommy-O.
So, I posted on Instagram the other day. Oh, well, first of all, for anybody who doesn't know, we just got engaged! Woo! So that's what this video is gonna be about. Are you nervous? Tommy hates being on camera. Especially like talking about himself and stuff, so this will be fun. The other day I posted on Instagram and asked if you guys had any questions for us to talk about, like engagement stuff, wedding planning stuff, and you guys had a bunch of questions, so we're kind of just gonna talk about us and what we're doing
Sure.
with our lives together. So this one is kind of a trick question because you guys don't actually know what happened yet. I just announced on Instagram that we were engaged. I didn't disclose any details yet because I wanted to do it like in video form. So there's more to the story than you guys know. So this first question says, question for Tommy. When did you decide or feel like it was the perfect time to propose? So
You want me to answer that?
you want to answer this?
Well, like you said, it's a trick question.
And why is that?
Because KOTA proposed.
Yeah, surprise guys! You had no idea, but I actually proposed to young Thomas here, and it was kind of something that we've been together 5 years now. So for the past like at least couple or few years, we've like talked about, you know, like marriage and wedding stuff, and in like a casual way, like, oh, like when we get married someday, let's do it like this or something. So it was always something that was like, we knew it was gonna happen one way or another. Long story short, a few months ago, no, not even that long ago, a couple months ago, I just kind of decided like, well, you know, like, why, let's talk about this marriage thing. Let's get on with the marriage thing. I don't know. And it just kind of like dawned on me. I was like, well, why not? I mean, we're both like very like private people. Neither of us ever really wanted, well, you never wanted a big proposal, but I never really wanted like a big proposal or for it to be like a big thing. So my plan was, Tommy's favorite movie is WALL-E, and he gets like really emotional when he watches it. So my plan is kind of like our movie. Actually, we haven't seen it together in a really long time.
Nice.
Oh, be right back. Okay.
Cheers. WALL-E.
Okay, yeah, so Tommy's favorite movie is WALL-E. So I kind of had like this little plan that I wanted to one night just like put on WALL-E, just like us being home, casual, put on WALL-E, and I bought these little WALL-E and Eve little toys off Amazon, and I was going to hide the little WALL-E guy. I mean, it's really small, so I was gonna hide it in like a bowl of popcorn, and we would be watching the movie and eating the popcorn, and Tommy would find the little WALL-E and be like, what's this? And for some reason in my mind I figured you would like kind of know that there was like a thing going on. No, you had no idea. But so then I was gonna be like, oh, will you be the WALL-E to my Eva forever? Let's get married. And that's what happened. My wheels were turning of like how I'm gonna pull this off. I set up a hidden camera to capture it all.
I don't like surprises.
Neither of us like surprises. So he was shocked. Like, it's your turn to talk. I've been talking this whole time, so you talk now.
So she makes the popcorn and we're watching WALL-E and then we're just eating popcorn and then there's the toy at the bottom and I'm like, what's this? This is weird. And then you started saying words, but they weren't making sense to me.
I don't remember what I said.
Well, you said like, will you be my WALL-E? Like, will you be my WALL-E forever and marry me? But that didn't make any sense, like, in my brain, like, I just couldn't understand what that meant. And then, what did you say after that?
I think I just started talking about like how I had planned it or something. I think I was just like rambling. I was like, I've been planning this for weeks and I don't know what to do.
But I still didn't understand it was a proposal. At all.
Right, okay.
I heard words, but they didn't make sense, so it took like, you had to say it like 3 times.
There was like one point where he said like, what's going on? And I went, I'm proposing to you. And you still were going, what? And my favorite memory of all of this is because we had been eating popcorn, and I remember like, I was like looking down into the bowl, like, is he finding it yet? Like, what's going on? And I was like shoveling popcorn into my mouth because I just wanted to get to the bottom and get it over with. And so he had been like eating a lot of popcorn too. So as this was happening, he was just like, deer in the headlights, shocked, and just like starts like looking at his fingers like, what? So he just kept going, what? And I was like, will you marry me?
But meanwhile, she starts crying, and I'm just like, why are you crying? What's happening?
And that's when I was like, will you marry me? And he goes, well, of course.
Well, of course I'll marry you. Like, I was always going to. But then I still didn't really understand it for like another hour or so. I was still trying to process
I could still see his brain kind of like...
I couldn't figure out what it meant.
For like an hour, and then all of a sudden it like, I saw it click in you, and that's when you went, let me make my wedding list right now. And you started like making a list of all the friends and family that you wanted to have at the wedding and stuff. And that's like when it finally clicked, and he was like, oh.
This is happening.
Yeah, and the rest is history. That is the story of the proposal. I'm stuck in the crack. I'm a modern 21st century woman. So yeah, when we told our families, they were a little confused, and our friends and stuff. I mean, girls proposing to guys isn't for everybody. Like, not every girl wants to do this. Like, a lot of girls really do love getting proposed to, and it's like a big thing for some people. But I never really cared about that. But it's not for everyone. But if this is like something that you feel is good for like your relationship and your personality and stuff, then why not? One of the questions that we got, someone had commented saying, like they wanted to see the rings or something. So that's something that we've talked about for a while, that like neither of us really like I kind of like the idea of wedding rings, and like now that we're like actually engaged, like I've been kind of feeling like I'm missing that ring, but we don't want to spend like money on diamonds or like expensive jewelry. I hate having rings on, so like just like the thought of having something on me all the time is kind of weird, but I guess you get used to it. So we're kind of like still debating the idea of having either actual rings or like something representative of rings. So right now there's no rings just because we never really wanted any, but I've been kind of looking into it just to see if there's like something that would work for us that's like a nice thing but still really affordable, because we don't want to waste like extra money on something that we don't really care about. Yeah, a lot of people asking how you proposed, so we've covered that. Once you are married, should we expect a big change in your content, and will he be included at times? As far as my content, like I want to do some fun stuff like leading up to the wedding, like showing how we're kind of planning it, because obviously I have like, we both like have like alternative styles, like we've had ideas for like the kind of theme of our wedding for a long time. Just kind of like fantasy.
But then you gotta show everyone how we're gonna DIY it.
Right, so one of our like main goals is to keep it like as low budget as possible, because we are trying to like build a life and like have money for like buying a house and making music, and we have like a lot of really important things, and like a wedding is like an important thing, but it's never been like a top priority for us. But, like now that it's kind of going on, it's like really fun to like think of decorations and.
But like even for our music videos, we DIY all of those, so it's kind of.
We try to keep everything like on a really low budget.
So it's kind of our thing and.
So as far as like content, I will be doing content like about the wedding, and like afterwards I'm sure we'll release like footage from the wedding, just because like you guys are like my YouTube family and like a huge part of my life. I'm gonna be married, I guess. I don't know I don't know if like married life is any different, so I don't know if my content's gonna be any different, but Tommy doesn't really like being on camera anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna have him be in my videos very often. unless you want to be. You can make appearances whenever you want. But I mean, we live together anyway, so it's not like you're gonna be around more or anything. But yeah, my content won't really change as far as I know. It'll just be like, we'll have some wedding stuff going on, and anticipation and planning and stuff. Are you guys going to be making some big decisions in the future as newlyweds, like kids?
Let's have a wedding first, then maybe a house, and then we'll see.
This is why I like you.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
To be determined.
I mean, I've always like imagined having kids, but I'm 24, so I feel like I'm just like now getting into this rhythm of my life, and having a kid would completely change everything. So not for a while. Not for a while. Oh wow, this person really wants to know about our kids. If you could have a child together, what would you name the girl? What would you name the boy? I used to have a bunch of names planned out, and then I remember telling you some of them one time and you were like, nope, 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 and nope.
Oh yeah, they were weird.
If I have a boy and a girl, the boy will be Lyric, the girl will be Melody. I think that's freaking cute.
Wait, I thought it was Rocky and something.
Oh yeah, and then if we have like two boys, it'll be
Rocky.
Rockwell and Roland, so for short they're Rock and Roll. If it's a girl and a boy, then it could be Raquel and Roland, so it could still be like Rock and Roll, I guess.
Yeah.
I really like stupid, silly names, but
It's
like when it comes down to it, we probably won't do anything silly like that.
gimmicky.
Because, yeah. How long have we been together? In August it'll be 5 years. So almost exactly 5 years. How did the person propose? Who proposed?
Ooh, the
Talk
person.
about that.
Gender neutral.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where'd you get your shades?
What shades?
These are pretty cool ones.
Oh.
Forever 21. This
Wear
is a
white-
good one.
yeah.
Yeah, will you wear a white dress or with another color? I really like the idea of a white dress because I really like white, but I feel like for pictures, it can just like, you lose detail. Like when it's like an all white dress, you lose the detail of a dress. So I actually have contacted Joellen from Firefly Path to make my dress because I have so many talented designer seamstress friends that like I was like really thinking about it, and like all of my friends have like very different styles, and as far as Joellen, to me she's like the most like fairy. So like when I think of like fairy wedding, I think of like Joellen and her style. So I asked her to help me design my dress. I'm really excited. So I kind of have in mind more like cream and pink and gold, so it's kind of like more detailed and ethereal and fairy-like and a little bit more like unique than just like the standard white. But what are you gonna wear? Tommy has some ideas for his
Hold on,
outfit.
about your dress still. So when people ask me like about the wedding or oh, what are you guys thinking about doing, to give them an idea, I go, okay, so here's the most important question we have. Is will KOTA's dress have wings or not?
This is true.
So
I still haven't decided.
That's the baseline that we're working from.
It's like 50-50. I kind of really want wings, but it also kind of depends on like what my dress and hair and stuff are gonna look like, because I don't want it to be like too cluttered. So like,
But that gives people an idea of what.
Like that's what we're going for.
Where
Like
we're going with that.
there's a possibility that I will be wearing fairy wings.
But for me, I want a blue suit, so.
Kinda. You are dead set on the blue suit. He was
blue
like
suit.
screenshotting pictures and sending me pictures of blue suits to try and convince me, and I was like, alright. I did do some more research though, and like found some pictures where like girls had like pinkish dresses and the guys had blue suits and they're like in a forest, and it actually looked really nice. So surprisingly, I was like, I don't think pink and blue and forest are like gonna go together. But
Blue suits always look good though, come on.
I mean, you could wear anything. You could pull anything off. Look at this face. You can wear anything. Skinny little arms. I feel like we covered like the important things about like the proposal. So like as far as like the style of our wedding, we're going for like a fairy tale-ish kind of thing. I have a Pinterest board that I'll probably just like link in the description instead of like putting all the pictures in this video. But you can kind of like get a feel for what we're going for. Very like DIY. We actually did some like location scouting today of a really pretty like park area type thing that's bless you. It was kind of like a good bridge between like very, very naturey, foresty stuff, but also like comfortable. There's benches and bathrooms.
It's a sycamore tree.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Tommy noticed that like right where we would be doing like the ceremony, there's this big tree and it's a sycamore tree. And for those of you that don't know, our band Bad Wolf has a song called Sycamore. So that's really cute that we could actually get married under a sycamore tree just like in our song. I think that's a good possibility for us to get married at this place and
At this tree.
have a fairy tale wedding. I'll have the link to my Pinterest board below so you can kind of get like a feel of what we're going for. I'll do like a video series and as we go. We're thinking like March or April.
Sure.
I feel like that's like the greenest months, the most lush in the forest. So we have less than a year. You ready?
Yep.
We're gonna be married.
Let's do it.
You ready to be married?
Yep.
I love you.
I love you too.
That's it, I guess. Do you have anything that you want to talk about?
Nope.
Surprise, surprise. A man of few words. Excited for our cute little wedding in the forest with our magical fairy friends. Our engagement announcement video.
Bye.
Bye! Be sure to like this video. Comment below if you're excited for us to get married. Woo! Okay, and if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. And if you like wedding stuff, then that's cool because you'll be seeing wedding stuff as we go. And if not, then watch all my other videos. Bye! Mwah! Mwah!